Hey guys, and welcome back to another PowerWash Sim. My name is Panda Sim Plays. I hope you're doing well. And in this one, we're actually starting on the playground. As you see, I've changed over the soap. Makes it a bit easier for everything. So when we actually wash it, it will make life a little bit more easier. So we're just gonna literally just soap the top part of the roofs for now, and then eventually we will literally just go down and just spray the other parts, the underneath there, in between the roofs and that. And yeah, it's pretty much, this is gonna be a two-part again. So the bigger the map, the basically the longer the videos, the more I have to record in advance. I have to do voiceover because when I was doing it, it hasn't picked up my audio for some reason. It just is what it is. If you do see what you like, please hit that subscribe button. A comment would be appreciated, and a like. And can we get, just say 2 likes? That'd be perfect. Anyway, let's crack on with the video. So as you see here, we're just doing one rooftop, and I'm trying to jump over to the other one. For some reason I fail, but I did get a little bit of it, so it's a bit of a win there. So I'll just go over, grab the ladder, move around so that I can actually get up to this one, as you do. And for some reason I fail. I didn't take no damage, which is good. And then I'll just, like, you know what, just double jump it, double jump, double jump, and aim that way and jump. Here we go, we got there in the end. So I started doing the other side there to make it a little bit more easier for me when we do the second part, because obviously the second part's going to be the longest because we got to do the whole playground, which is annoying. But you know, I'm just trying to do the easiest bits for now, so then we can just crack on with the video. And obviously I ran out of soap completely for the wood off, because I was using the multi-purpose to make it a bit more easy, you know, long-term sort of thing, you know. And if you see, doing the wood one is perfect because it just gets most of it done. Not all of it, just most of it. And obviously certain parts, you'll probably see me do this in a bit, where I actually go for the more harder parts, and I will explain that when we get to that part of the video. So I'm just trying to make it a lot easier getting this bit done, dusted, refilling. You know, as you look, it just makes life a lot easier, and that the fact, it makes the job a lot quicker, as you'll see again when I'll do the roundabout, as we call it. And we'll do the seats, not the benches, the actual seats. You'll see them just there, the yellow ones. And now I'm just going here to make it a little bit more easier, getting most of this done, because obviously the dirt parts are easy to get. The more grimy parts, the harder parts to actually do without using soap. So that's why I use quite a lot here. But obviously I'm hoping that as I progress that I'll end up getting more soap, if I can get soap. I'm just hoping I can get more soap. But I have tried it on VR and it makes life 20 times easier, which is always good if you're doing a job like this. You know, if it's too grimy, and just whack some soap on it, multi-purpose, metal, wood, plastic, stone. It makes the job 20 times easier, because you let that soap sink in for a little while, and boom, the soap has done its job, and the grime eventually goes. So as you see here, it's going around, and you see little bit of grimy bits right there. It's the orangey / green bits, as you see here. And you'll see that I'll end up doing it over and over, and it's gone. And you'll see me literally just stand there for like a few seconds just to get it done, dusted. You know, if I just go over it once, it doesn't do nothing. But if I go over it multiple times, or if I actually keep it in place for a few seconds, the actual dirt goes, the grime goes. It's just perfection in my eyes. Like there, and it's gone. Perfect, mate. So I thought I'd just get some of that in, get the biggerish bits done. I'm not too sure about the actual playground itself, just to see if it is plastic. I'm guessing it might be a bit plastic, so I'm just see I'm changing it over. I think I'm going to change over to metal, and I'm just checking to see if I can get any soap, and obviously they're all out of stock at the moment, so it makes life a little bit harder. But you know, let's hope that when they do it in PowerWash Sim 2, that you'll have more able to get more soap as you progress in the level. And see, we're doing a roundabout, that's why I call it a roundabout. Can't remember what it's actually called, but I'm just going to call it a roundabout. The most of it's metal, as you can see how quick and clean it gets. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to have a look around, see if there's anything else I missed. Obviously you got a bin, you got a ball. I'm like, just change it. And then I just noticed, oh crud, they're metal. So I might as well go back, change it back to metal. Just get the job done a little bit more easy, you know, rather than prolong it. And you've got another bit of metal there, which is the climbing frame-ish sort of thing. But yeah, I didn't do much on that one, to be fair, because obviously with the next episode it's gonna be it's gonna be quite long episodes as we progress, and I've tried this on VR and it is gonna get quite long. Hopefully by that point I should be able to actually have my PC up and running, but then again, only time will tell. With Black Friday come around the corner, I'm hoping to get a couple of deals, get a CPU, GPU deal. Power supply is, like I said, is easy to get, it's quite cheap, cheapish. I mean, £90 for me is quite cheap for a power supply, but it does sort of fit the narrative of what I want it to do, and I've done my research, and that's what I do when I'm doing PC builds myself, is I do research into each sort of component, see if it actually fits each sort of thing. So we're just doing our first out of 3 benches, and obviously I was trying to get that. I was like, oh, I can't get that, can't have none of it. So I moved a bit back, job's done, ba-boom. And obviously just checking, because obviously the little bits there, as you see right here, what I'm doing, it can get a bit because obviously where it's placed, and I'm trying to get underneath this, I have to move back per time to make it a bit more easy for myself. Excuse me, what? And yeah, we're just literally just doing a bench, trying to get it all nice and clean. I don't really need any soap for doing the benches because they're quite small, so quite easy to see things, sort of. But it's done, it's dusted. Hear that ding? Because I missed a little bit, because you've got to do every little bit. The sides is the last bit. Yeah, it's just quite a fun game. It can be frustrating if you're going for a trophy. I've seen the reactions and whatnot, and it can be a bit frustrating. So if we go first to 2 bins, I think it is, or was it 3 bins? I never remember if it's 3 of each, but this can be frustrating because you have to get inside the actual bin itself, which is quite annoying, but you know, it's a game. It is what it is with this, and it's quite an easy sort of game to sort of play. And obviously the frustration part is when you've got to do challenges. I mean, if you do want to see challenges, type in a comment challenges, so then I could show you what I mean. You know, there's no massive trophy really here apart from actually getting the ball over the dinosaur. That's pretty much it. This is bench 2. Oh, there's only 2 bins, okay. This bench 2 of 3. Just cleaning away. It's mainly woods and a bit of metal. But as you see, me doing it this way makes it a lot easier. But it is you don't need soap for that. The smaller things you don't need soap for. The more larger, bigger things you'll end up needing soap for. Probably for the dinosaur you don't need soap because there's no grime on it. And we're just making sure that everything is done to perfection. And hopefully in the second episode when we finish, hopefully we can upgrade to the new PowerWash, the better PowerWash, and then probably make our lives a lot bit more easier as we progress. The more we progress, the more money we get, but also we need to collect stars. Getting the stars will help us get the ultimate PowerWash itself. Makes it a lot 20 times easier, so probably I'll be focusing on that rather than doing the challenges, because then if I can change my PowerWash in the challenges, it should make it a bit quicker, a lot easier, a lot more fun. Obviously they do have DLCs. You've got SpongeBob, you've got Back to the Future, you've got Warhammer. You know, it's just little nods to things they love, I guess. I am not 100% too sure, but it is what I suspect. Again, I'm just thinking that. And what am I missing here? So I'm missing something. I'm making sure. Oh, of course. It's always the little bits you miss out on. And then the top, I think. Yep. Oh, I missed that bit. Oh, okay. Done. So, we're just going to go over here. Gonna go for bin. I don't know why I changed what I did. I like to do the extended expansion because it makes life a lot easier if you stand not too far in front of it, but not too far away. You know, it's just makes your life a lot easier. I apologise for yawning. I had to do this very early in the morning, and yeah, I thought I'd done the voiceover. Obviously, it didn't pick up, which is annoying. But I do hope that my voice is sounding a lot clearer, a lot better than obviously using the headset mic, because the headset mic sort of 50-50 on that. I'm just making sure that I'm not missing anything, which I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do tend to miss the smaller bits right at the back for some reason. There we go, done. So this one. Not that one. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, went over to do that. So I'm deciding what to do, because obviously I don't want the video to be that long, but it is what it is. So we're just going to do this last of the benches, get them all done and dusted, get them out of the way. Like I said, it'd be probably easier to do the easier parts first, actually doing the actual harder parts first and then the easier parts last. It doesn't really give me much of a challenge if I do it that way, because the easy parts were done in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes depending, when the harder parts can take anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes per bit. So for example, the actual whole plasticky playground might take me 45 minutes to do properly. But then again, I'm just going to do a tad bit of research before I record to do that part, to make sure that if I put the soap down, at least I know that for future videos that part will be plastic or whatever. It's not stone, it's not wood, it's not metal. I know that for a fact. I'm just convinced that it's plastic, but if I do a little bit of research into it, at least that way I'll know, to make my life a lot easier. But also to let you guys know that it is actually plastic, and it will make life a lot easier if you decide to play this. that's my aim. Is if you want to play it, you'll see play raw footage, raw voice. Apart from obviously the voiceover, it's whenever I record when I've got a quiet time, which has been quite a few weeks now. So I'm trying to get as many as I can out when I can. And we're just gonna hopefully finish this last bit. And what am I missing? Here we go. So quite happy with that. And now we're just gonna go over and do these annoying little seats, because they are annoying to me. I mean, they look easy to clean, but they're not. They're bloody annoying. Because you have to go not on top, but you have to go underneath as well. And I don't know. I was looking for, oh, where can I see that? It's everywhere. So I can't really win with that. So I decided, let's have a look underneath, you know. There's got to be something underneath. Just making sure that I get all the corners and that as well, because certain bits you can't get because you're constricted on what you can actually do, which is annoying, but you know, it's a game after all. Games are not meant to be annoying, they're meant to be enjoyable, and in my opinion. Oh, there you go. And I eventually get there and I'm going, oh, okay, I missed the underneath the seat, but I'm also trying to do this bit here, getting it done, getting it out the way. Yep. Oh, yeah. There you go, done. So the next bit, I was just checking the time, because obviously when I'm recording the PS5 you can only have half an hour, which is quite annoying. But we're just going to do the roundabout now. Got to get all of it done and dusted, and you'll see me try and attempt to get the ball over the dinosaur. It's quite hilarious because I don't actually get it done, which is quite annoying, but it is what it is with this. So what I'll do is I'll leave you the rest of the gameplay. I hope you do enjoy. Feel free to hit that comment, like, subscribe. Feel free to follow me on my socials, which are in the links. They should be in the links, but I'll put them in the links anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Goodbye.